Welcome to today's story. In a town filled with secrets and superstition lies a house that no one dares to enter, except for one brave soul. This is the story of Blackwood Manor and the mystery that unfolds within. Let's begin. In the quiet, sleepy town of Ravenswood, there's an old mansion that's been around as long as anyone can remember. Locals call it Blackwood Manor. They say the house has seen generations of sorrow. People avoid it, you know? They swap ghost stories about it at bonfire gatherings, but no one dares go near. But there's one story that everyone seems to agree on. Evelyn Blackwood, they say, was the last in the family line, a young girl who just vanished one night, long ago. And since then, the house is thought to be cursed. Some folks claim they've heard cries, a young girl begging for release. Others speak of shadows moving inside, even when there's no one there. Now in our time, a new owner arrives, Andrew Harker, a historian with a love for old stories and eerie tales. The perfect candidate, you might say, for a house like Blackwood Manor. Andrew sees the place as his next big project. A bit of research, a lot of mystery, and the promise of secrets hidden beneath the dust. And so, with notebooks, recording devices, and a bundle of nerves, he steps through the door, into Blackwood Manor. As he crosses that threshold, a strange feeling settles in. It's chilly, too chilly for the season, and there's a heavy, almost thick quality to the air, like something unseen, watching. But Andrew, he brushes it off. He's here for the thrill of it after all. Then, the whispers start. They come gently at first, soft murmurs floating in like a breeze. Andrew can't quite make them out. He pauses, shakes it off. It's just his imagination. But they come back, sharper, closer, like someone's whispering right behind him. Andrew, the voice sighs, soft, drawn out. He spins around, but of course the room is empty. He tries to laugh. He really does. But there's something about those whispers that sticks with him. It's a feeling of unease crawling under his skin until he can't shake it. The whispers follow him, growing louder, more persistent, and soon they start crying. Desperate, pleading cries. "Let me go. Please, let me go." Every night, the same dream. Andrew sees Evelyn, her face young and frightened, her eyes wide with terror. She stands at the end of his bed, her face half hidden in shadows, whispering the same words over and over. "Set me free." When he wakes, his mind drifts between curiosity and a fear that he can't explain. Driven by this strange obsession, he dives into his research on Evelyn's life, hoping he'll finally uncover the truth behind her cries. As the days blend into weeks, the strange events grow worse. Books shift on shelves when no one's near. Doors creak open, even though he's sure he'd shut them tight. One night, while sitting by the fireplace, he sees her, a figure pale and translucent, dressed in a torn white gown. Her skin glows faintly in the dim light. "Evelyn?" he whispers, his voice barely a breath. She doesn't speak, but her eyes meet his, filled with sorrow and something far deeper. She moves her lips, soundless, but he knows what she's saying, the same words he's heard every night. "Set me free." This isn't a dream, he realizes. She's here, right here, trapped in the shadow of Blackwood Manor, reaching out to him. In his research, he stumbles upon a long-forgotten piece of history about the Blackwood family. Generations ago, the Blackwoods had a dark reputation, dabbling in forbidden rituals, performing strange ceremonies under the cloak of night. Evelyn's father, they said, believed he could speak with the dead. Evelyn, just a child then, adored her father. He was her world. But he went too far. And in one ritual, something went horribly wrong. Something attached itself to Evelyn, a spirit, a force darker than anything he could imagine. With trembling hands, Andrew reads the final passage in a journal, hidden behind a loose stone in the wall. Evelyn must never leave the house. She is cursed, and with her curse, she carries the darkness. That night, his dreams turn into nightmares. In his mind, he's standing in an old cellar. It's damp and cold. and a circle of candles surrounds him. Their flames flicker wildly, casting eerie shadows. In his hands, he holds an ancient book, open to a page he can't read, marked with strange symbols. And there, in the center of the circle, lies Evelyn. She's bound in chains, eyes wide with terror. "Please, don't," she whispers, struggling against the restraints. But his hands, they aren't his own. They move on their own, flipping through the pages, chanting words he doesn't understand. With a start, he wakes up. Cold sweat clings to his skin as he realizes the dream was too real. He's not alone. A cold hand brushes his face, and a voice whispers, "Close, so close. Set me free." He bolts upright, but there's nothing there. Only silence, thick and heavy around him. Days pass, and Andrew feels his control slipping, as if Evelyn's story is becoming his own. He loses hours waking up with no memory of how he got there, his hands covered in dirt like he's been digging. One night, he finds himself in the basement, shovel in hand. The floor is freshly disturbed, and he realizes, horrified, that he's been digging a grave. The ritual, the chanting, the candles, it's all coming back to him. Evelyn is guiding him to complete what her father began, a ritual to release her from the curse binding her to this house. Desperate, he tries to leave, but every time he steps outside, an invisible force pulls him back, drawing him in like a magnet. His mind becomes a battlefield, his own thoughts drowned out by Evelyn's relentless whispers, begging him to set her free. But as he digs deeper, he realizes she doesn't just want freedom, she wants revenge on the family who cursed her, on the townsfolk who abandoned her, and now on him. And so, on his last night in Blackwood Manor, Evelyn's spirit consumes him completely. The house creaks, groans, and the walls themselves seem to press in, alive with her rage, her pain. Andrew tries to resist, but her grip is too strong, her anger too fierce. His consciousness slips away, replaced with Evelyn's memories, her sorrow, her vengeance. When dawn breaks, Andrew Harker is no more. Evelyn now walks in his body, wearing his skin like a mask. She's free, her spirit finally released, leaving only the cold silence of Blackwood Manor behind. And as the sun rises over Ravenswood, Blackwood Manor stands quiet once more, waiting, as it always has, for its next guest. Thank you for listening to the story of Blackwood Manor. If you enjoyed this tale and want to hear more chilling stories, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. We'd love to know what you think. Do you believe in haunted places, or that spirits like Evelyn might really be out there, waiting for someone to set them free? Share your thoughts, theories, or any similar stories you've heard in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.